Keep all the notes.
I know. Thought it was me.
So we'll see what happens. I know we're streaming this as well.
Okay.
So some people will be on the Zoom and then we'll be streaming it, I think, on YouTube and someplace else.
All right. All right.
I think it's on Facebook. I'm not sure. I can't remember which platform they
Yeah,
said.
Facebook and
Yes,
YouTube.
your
Okay.
Facebook profile, and we're working on getting it linked to the Facebook group.
Oh, okay, cool. Am I opening, Josette, or are you?
You, and you turn it over to me.
Okay, awesome. And your video?
I'm sorry?
You working on your video? We can't see you. Your whole screen's black.
Mhm.
And I'll
Okay.
let everyone in a second.
I can see
There
you.
you go.
There we go. Now we can.
Oh,
We can see you now. Awesome, Carmen. And just so I'm clear, this presentation is called
From chaos to freedom through automation. From chaos to freedom through automation.
That makes all the sense because
Okay.
that's exactly what that is.
All right.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
yeah.
We're ready.
Is it already streaming someplace? Oh, it is?
Um,
Okay, cool. Awesome.
It says,
Okay, awesome. Hey, everybody. So today we have a special guest, and I'm so excited to be partnering with Keap again for another installment of From Chaos to Freedom. And I'm going to just share with y'all just a little something before I bring Carmen on. And that is when I first became a coach online, one of the things that one of my peers who was way more tech savvy than me, most of you all know him, and that's Lamar Tyler. And at that time, this is when Keap was Infusionsoft, and he was whispering in my ear, and he was like, "You need to get your automation together." And I was more like, wanting to be more personal. I thought the automation was going to make me seem fake. I wanted to be authentic. And I didn't like the idea of like doing that. But the truth was, I didn't understand it. I didn't really, I was a part of it like most of us. And how I equate this whole automation thing is kind of like when you go to Dillard's. So type a 1 in the chat if you've ever been to a Dillard's shoe sale. You go to Dillard's, you do the shoe sale. Hey, Carmen. Hey, everybody. Hey, Virginia, Yuli, Sheree. What's up, Sheree? Natasha. Hey, Ada. Nice to see you. So you go to the shoe store and then you check out. And at the end, it's like, do you want to give your email? You give your email before you can get to your car. You've already got welcome to Dillard's, whatever. Here's the next special. Here's whatever. And I was like, okay. So I know the automation exists in the real world. I know it's not just, because we're entrepreneurs, but it was still intimidating. And the truth of the matter was, I remember talking to someone at Keap many, many years ago, and I remember hearing them say, and this is when I was first getting started, and y'all keep in mind, I've been doing this for 14 years. And I remember them saying, he was like, "How much money do you want to make?" And now this is when I hadn't made any money yet, for real. And I was like, $100,000. And he was like, "Well, you're probably losing." He said, "Tell me what your products and services are. Tell me this, tell me that." And this is back when I was making maybe I had made like 50 grand so far. And because I distinctly remember going from 75 grand, this is what I need y'all to hear. I went from 75 grand, well, from zero first to 75. And then I skipped all the way from 75 to 330. I went from 75,000 one year to 330 the next year because I had automation in place. And it's because I'm not an octopus. And although women are used to wearing many hats, it don't work. We always stressed out. And I just looked at the automation like it was a staff member. And that's how I justified the expense. Because at that time, if you're making a few $1,000s a month in your business, paying several $100s for a system seems like a lot until you make it work like it's a human. And so when Carmen comes on and she talks to y'all about from chaos, and going to freedom, I don't know another example of a woman that's living in freedom the way that y'all are witnessing inside of my brand. Even now with me being engaged and being able to do these things, it's because and relocate and drop my life that one place and come someplace else. It's because the automation really is the key behind making an online business work. And as much as we hate to hear it and it's intimidating and you get sick of rules and clicks and pages and conditions and triggers and all the little nuancy things that seem so overwhelming, it really is where your money is. And what I love about automation is once you get a thing set up, it's the most freeing thing. And you feel so proud of yourself. And so today, Carmen's going to talk about what that looks like. And I want to encourage you to take action on that. The other thing I want to shout out is Dr. Denise, who is one of our instructors inside of Blue. She's a long-standing instructor in Blue and a part of our community, and she's always there to help you. She's a Keap certified partner. So not only do we have the company that creates the product here, but we also have someone on our team that is here to support you navigate as you create those sales processes and systems and funnels and all the stuff. And again, listen, I know it's not sexy. It's really not, but it is. What's sexy is laying in your bed at night and seeing a notification that says you got paid for something that you set up 2 months ago because it's just working. And so I just want to encourage you to pay attention to what she's saying and to get really just astute. We've got 6 more months left in the year, and this is a great time to get a nice funnel sales process up and going. So Carmen, thank you so much for being here. This is my first time getting to meet you. We've been working with Darren this whole time for years.
Darren is awesome. He's on a flight probably right now going somewhere.
Oh my God, other people work there? I didn't know.
They had to call some people in. Darren is selling. He's been selling.
So thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna let you take it away. I think you're co-host and you got all the screen shareability.
Yes, I think I have everything. And thank you, April. I am so thrilled to be here and to connect with your fantastic audience. I feel like I know you already because I've been watching your Instagrams and posts and all that kind of stuff. So I'm like, I'm getting to know you. And I'm like, I like her.
Thank you. Thank
really
you.
Like her.
Thank you. And so just so y'all know, from my team, I'll pop in, Josetta pop in, Dr. Denise may pop in. You're fully supported here. And can we just shout out that it's a team full of women and the techie, you know what I'm saying? We know we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. We're not gonna act like we're intimidated, like this is impossible. So no shade to Darren, you know what I'm saying? But all female crew works too. So
if it's too technical, I'm gonna defer to Dr. Denise, of course. Because she really knows.
Right. Carmen, take it away. It's on you, girl.
All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for having me here. I am thrilled to be able to come and talk to you today about the power of automation. This is my first time presenting, obviously, to your group. I think you all are familiar somewhat with Darren. And I promise you, I'm going to try to do Darren's presentation justice, but also just kind of put my own spin on it, right? So I have been with Infusionsoft that became Keap for the past 9 years. It has been a journey. I have loved every moment of it because I get to see small businesses take the power of automation and do precisely what April said when she basically gave you my whole presentation in the few minutes that she was talking. Okay. So what you can do with automation is to take the coins that you've been collecting and the dollars you've been collecting, trying to get from point A, which might be not quite 6 figures, up to the 6 figures and beyond, and you can multiply yourself and you can do what you're intending to do full out as a small business owner. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to apologize in advance because one of the things that I have to do is I have to look at my slides, which means I might not catch everything that goes in the chat. And that's why Dr. Denise is here. I want to give a special shout out to her and to Josette. I got to connect with Josette at TSP Live, which was all the way live. And you were mentioning Lamar earlier, April. He is literally one of my favorite people in the whole world. I love him. So all of this energy around automation has to mean something, right? And I'm going to go through this presentation. I hope you can see my my screen. If you can, put a 1 in the chat there. If you can't, let us know. I want to talk to you about going from chaos to freedom through that power of automation today. And I want to begin with a question to you. And that question is, what was your vision when you started? What was it that you had in mind when you started the business? Because sometimes what we're looking for is we're looking for more money, right? We're looking to to elevate our finances. We're looking for time back. We're looking for control of our time. We're looking to be able to do what we want to do when we want to do it, right? So we start our businesses, and it really is the feeling of gaining something or winning at something or feeling light and airy. This was my vision, by the way. When I started, I wanted to have the type of life that I wanted to have. I wanted to read a book in bed if I wanted to on a Wednesday morning. I wanted to frolic in the fields, okay? I wanted to have time to do what I wanted to do. It was freedom that I was looking for. I have been in corporate. I have been feeling the weight of going to work and having to deal with the stress of that and trying to take care of my family. And I think that April said, you know, we get to wearing all the hats, right? And that is the problem, because we are just one person, right? And all these hats, it's very difficult to make that work, especially if in some cases you are doing both the exit strategy from your corporate job and you're trying to get your business off the ground. It can feel like there's too many things to do and not enough hours to do them in. So we get the disorganization because sticky notes are everywhere and notes to self and emails are coming in. We don't have a system for those. We get the overwhelm of all the things that we have to do, and we're missing opportunities because of course you have to take care of your responsibilities, whether that's a family, you know, your boo thing, or your whatever you got going on, right? We have to be able to do the things that also allow us to be the women that we want to be. Things are slipping through the cracks. You start to feel like you're inefficient, ineffective. Some time passes between emails and you don't send the email because you're embarrassed about how much time has passed, right? Is any of this sounding familiar? If it is, let us know in the chat. It's basically what we describe at Keap as small business chaos, right? You get started on a thing and you expected it to feel a certain way. It doesn't feel like that. What it feels like, instead of this, is you got the computer and the laptop on vacation at the beach working while your family is having fun, right? Anybody ever had that happen? Or this, the kids running around, having a good time, tearing up the house, but you got to work. You can't even do anything about it, right? Date night, anybody? Sometimes you're too tired to really engage the way that you want to engage. And what I'm here to tell you is this doesn't have to be the reality, okay? It doesn't have to be like that. There is a way for you to have the business that you wanted or that you had as a vision, and to make the type of money that you want, and to get your time back, and to have the freedom that it should feel like, so that you're loving your life. I want to introduce you to Shantaria, and if you've heard Darren's presentation, you've probably heard him talk about Shantaria, but in case you haven't, I got to meet her, and I was so I was thrilled to hear the way that she spoke about her business, number one, because she, like April, has grown her business from something that was small in almost a hobby to something that is now at the 8-figure mark. This was how it started. She was a big fan of the Atlanta Falcons, so she would organize trips, road trips to the away games, right? And you can see here you have a spreadsheet, right? You have you know, a bunch of entries in there where she's tracking things manually. Anybody doing manual tracking right now inside of a spreadsheet? Anybody? And then you could see that there was, you know, some people. So she had attracted a good little audience there. And eventually she said, well, if I can do it for football games, I probably can also do it for bigger trips. So she started to do these excursions, right? Loves to travel. It's one of her passions. And organizing bigger trips, but she still didn't have any systems in place. So this is what she was doing. A spreadsheet, trying to keep track of who owed what, phone calls coming in, meeting people to collect money, all the things, right? And it was becoming overwhelming for her. And so what she did was she got Keap, Infusionsoft at the time, but Keap. And she started to set up her business on a website with forms and with automation. So she went from the manual spreadsheets to a website where she could collect the interested people to come in and actually sell them the trips and begin to manage those processes, so that instead of it feeling like she was, pulled in 1,000 different directions, she had a system in place that allowed her to actually grow her business. So before, she was booking about, before Keap, about 4 trips. She's making about 500,000. She was in total chaos because she was manually doing all of that with no help. And after, she is now scheduling 100+ trips. You can look on her website. She's making 8 figures and her life is peaceful. When I talked to her, she talked to me about when she doesn't work, because I was trying to get on her calendar. I don't work on these days and I don't work past these times. And I was like, wow, she has 5 businesses and she's able to do what she wants to do with her time. And I think that that's a phenomenal thing for us to aspire to. So you're probably wondering, well, how does she do that, right? Every part of her business that can be automated, she uses automation. So when you connect to her website, she's capturing your information in the CRM. She's getting your email address, right? She's giving a discount, right? That page that I show where it says, hey, get $300 off your trip, she's getting emails in exchange for that, right? And every part of her business that can use automation, from how she invoices for multiple payments, to her cart, to the review request, to the on the trip interaction, is automated. This is essential for growing a business that you are going to love. She also automates what happens even when things sell out. So imagine if you had a business where it's like, hey, not only am I automating when they come in, I'm automating through all the fulfillment processes, and even the people who might not have quite made the deadline or might have not gotten the appointment with me, and if I'm a coach, or my slots are sold out for this month, but I can manage them and actually let them know the next time something becomes available, right? So she literally took her sold out trips and created a process around that, so that if there were enough interested people, she could open up another trip and make more money and get more people satisfied with her business. And I think that's phenomenal. I'm not going to go through all the details of this here, because I think what you need to understand is she went from chaos to freedom simply through the power of automating a business. And that is what allowed her to grow. She automated it when it was small, right? Even it was small and still hectic, but then it grew. And I believe that if you think about that, that's precisely what April was saying as well. Hustling isn't the answer. I know we've been led to believe that in a lot of ways, that the more we get out there and do, the better things are. Automation is the answer, because you can only hustle so much. Even if you worked around the clock, and you can't, but even if you did, something is going to fall through the cracks, right? Automation is your assurance that that's not going to happen. So while you're sleeping, while you're working, while you're picking up the kids, automations are firing and taking care of the business as they should. It's all about reclaiming our time, okay? It's time, right? We got to get our time back so we can enjoy our lives, and so we can actually get the business to a place where if we are between or in our exit strategy, we can actually go ahead and make that exit. Now, you might be wondering, yeah, but what is Keap going to do for me? Or what is this thing really? And if you've never heard of it, I'm going to take a few moments just to talk about it. And we'll open it up for questions at the end. And by all means, if you have questions in between, please don't hesitate. Again, I'm not going to see them, but Dr. Denise will. So you can go ahead and put those in the chat. It's more than a CRM, which is a customer relationship management system. It's more than a sales pipeline. It's more than sales and marketing automation. Keap is about actually taking the entire business and automating it, so that not just your sales and marketing are getting automated, but even the fulfillment of what happens after you acquire the sale is getting automated. So when we think about it, we say you automate your entire business to create the growth, profit, and freedom that's going to allow you to get to the place where it feels free, because it probably may not feel that way right now. We put software with strategy and services. What I mean by that is a lot of companies that sell software will sell you the software and tell you good luck, hope for the best. What we do is we take the best of the best strategies, we put those in the form of automations inside of the software, and then we provide services on top of that so that what you are getting is not just a piece of software that you're going to have to go and try to figure out on your own. No, you are getting software with the support of a strategy inside of it already, and a person who knows how to actually bring those strategies to life, just like Dr. Denise does. So if these experts trust Keap and endorse Keap, we already talked about Lamar Tyler, Lisa Nichols, Darnell Jervey, April. I mean, those are just a handful of the individuals who have created strategies with us and put them inside the software so that we can share them out with small business owners like you. And at this point in time, a lot of times people say, okay, well, that all sounds good, but what do I need to do to get started? And what I want to invite you to do today is to consider what is available in this offer for you specifically as a part of April's audience. You may have a system or two that you're already using. Maybe you're sending emails out. Maybe you have any one of these different applications down here. I don't know. We're going to take the time to migrate anything that you have that's working into a Keap system if you were purchasing today. We're going to get you April's automation bundle. It is literally epic, okay? What has been created for you will cover a lot of the automations, probably beyond what you even need in this moment, right? And we're going to help you get the ones that are right for you right now set up. But look at the 8 that you have available. You're going to get networking follow-up, lead magnet nurture, tripwire, low ticket offers, launching events, webinars, 5-day challenges, requests for testimonials, your sales and your sales pages, core offers, a link share page. If you don't have a way that people can easily connect with you, you got to have that set up, right? So if you look at these, here's an example of a webinar launch automation that will be available to you instantaneously. If you use webinars to attract your next client, this is the bottom part in white is what it looks like inside of Keap, but this is all it's doing, right? We're saying, put the person's name inside of your Keap CRM, invite them to the webinar, send an email. Inside the email, there's going to be a link, register. From that one click, once they register, automatically things are going to start to fire off. Confirmations, reminders. Don't forget to show up. You all probably got some of those same automations as a part of this webinar, right? That's how it works. It's that simple. They don't show up or they do show up. You're going to send them a replay. That's your business, what you want to do, okay? You can send them one or not, okay? And then that you can make your core offer, right? Okay, the webinar might be just getting them in the door. Hey, here's what it is that we actually do. This is how we help people. This is how I serve. That's your core offer. You take their money. You can automate that too. What do they need to do to pay you? Make it easy, right? So you're going to get access to that type of automation and more in your time with your coach. You're going to get the link share page. These are just a couple of examples. It's not everything. A couple of the examples, the ones that we think will probably suit you if you're trying to get to that first 6-figure mark, right? You've seen this on April. You've probably seen countless other people have a link share page to make it easy for people to know exactly what it is that they do and what it is that they're trying to offer instantly, right? We're going to make sure that you are able to do that if that's something that you need to do. You also get help from experts. So Dr. Denise, of course, she's one of my favorite people. We've been working together for how many years? I don't even know. What is it? I feel like it's like 5 years, close to 5. Okay. So you get Dr. Denise to help with your implementation. Yeah. And you get Zach, who is phenomenal, or someone like Zach. Zach just happens to be my favorite, but he is one of our customer success managers here. And what he does is after you and Dr. Denise would finish up the work that you're doing together, he will pick up from there and have ongoing connections with you to make sure that you're continuing with the strategy and optimizing the things that you built out in implementation, excuse me. So you get all of that value just within the first year. right? My favorite thing though is we have, if you like to learn on your own, and I'm one of those people that does, you also have access to our Keap Academy, which is self-paced education for free, just for being a Keap user. You get access to our community where you can ask questions inside the community, and other small business owners like you will help you. You're going to get phone support, chat support that's 24/7. These are things that help you to be successful after the purchase and while you're implementing, so that that first year you start to really get that return on investment, right? Inside of your software, you're going to get 1,500 contacts, you're going to get 2 users, and you're going to get 5+ automations. You already saw this plus, right? There's 8 just in the bundle. You'll have access to many, many more, right? Your implementation with Dr. Denise and your customer success follow-up calls. You can go to the website right now and you will see that we charge $2.99 a month for the app on a monthly, and we charge $1,000 for implementation. But if you actually are able to take advantage of what we're doing today, you're going to get some discounts thrown in, and you're going to get these extra, again, the bundle, the migration services, your time with your success coach, all of that's included. Your implementation is discounted by $299. So you're going to pay $700 for that, and you're going to pay $299 for your first month. So you would be charged a total of $999 today. That is if you want to pay monthly. At Keap, we appreciate though when people take that leap, that step, that confident step, and this may not be right for everyone, but if you're able to do it today, a much better deal is to pay for the annual option. Okay, so I'm going to show you this link here. This is if you want to pay monthly, but wait for it. If you have the ability to pay today for the full year, you're going to get $991 off of the annual rate, and you're not going to pay anything for implementation. So the implementation that is usually $999, $1,000 is going to be free, and we're discounting the annual rate by almost another $1,000. So what you'll be charged is $1997 one time today. That covers you for the year, and you get all the benefits that we just talked about. Now, I went through the presentation pretty fast, and there may be questions out there, and I'm going to stay on and answer every question until. But I want to ask you again, here again is the link. What is freedom worth to you? When I worked it out on the monthly, after paying for the implementation, I was like, you know, it's really like $10 a day, $2.99 a month. I could probably do that each month. I could make that work out, and I can get that implementation taken care of and figure out how to move forward, right? But you got to ask yourself, what is it worth to you to finally get to a place where you have the freedom that you've been seeking? So instead of your family always seeing you looking like this, behind the computer, working, having no time, you know what it looks like. You can actually have the life that you imagined, right? You can actually have the freedom that you were looking for. So once again, here are the links. I'm going to stop sharing my computer here. I'm hoping that you'll have lots of questions for me, because I know that I went through it very fast. I get excited, okay? But if not, I want to make sure that you all know that this offer is going to be the offer for, you know, until, at least until the end of the month. But I would encourage you, as April said, take action today. There are still good months left in 2024 for you to be able to get to that place where you're like, yeah, I did the things that I had in mind when I set out to do this thing, right? That way, by the time you get to the end of the year, or the latest early next year, you can have the life that you envision and have the business that you want. I want you to have date night look like this, or however you want it to look, versus not having time for it or not being able to make the time. Again, my name is Carmen. I'm available to you whenever, for whatever. That is my personal phone. You can call me, and that is my direct email address. please feel free to use it.
My mom said, you know, when that could have ain't never been that long.
Somebody was talking, but I couldn't hear. Hello?
We just need to mute
He
folks.
done sat up in there and put all that makeup. Hold on. I'm trying to mute.
All right. Denise, did we get all the questions?
I muted them. You're okay now.
Okay. All right.
Could you go through the difference again between the what they get with the monthly, what they get
Monthly
with
versus
the
the
annual,
annual?
and the difference
Yeah.
in the pricing?
Okay, let me pull that up. Yeah, absolutely. Let me go back to that slide. And y'all bear with me because as I said before, my my tech on the Zoom is not the best. All right. Share that. Okay, so for the monthly, let me pull this down. For the monthly, what you're getting, all the things that we talked about, by the way, would typically cost quite a bit of money. The migration service is easily $2,000. We offer that for customers coming in because many times if you have another system that you're using, you're going to need some assistance to get any assets that you already have pulled over into Keap. And we understand this, we will make that easier. You're going to get the Epic Automation Bundle. That is Apriel's bundle. That conservatively priced $5,000. People would pay a lot of money for what's being created there. And I want to make sure that you all know that that stuff typically is not free. The implementation is discounted. So it's normally $999, $1,000. That's being discounted to $700. Your success coaching, your ongoing coaching, not even the coaching that you're getting with Dr. Denise, which is easily $1,500, $2,000 worth of coaching. Easily. I'm not even talking about that because that's the implementation. I'm talking about the ongoing success coaching that you're going to have through your first full year with Keap. We do monthly and then quarterly coaching as you make your way through your first year. And then your subscription monthly rate. So you've got $299 a month plus the one-time charge of $700 for the implementation. If you go monthly, that's going to leave you spending $999 today. All right. And that is, by the way, that's keapnow.com, April 12. It'll take you to a purchase page. You can put in your information. You can do everything right there on that page. If you're able, and I recognize sometimes, you know, when we are paying a large sum of money up front, you know, we have to plan for that. And if you haven't planned for that, and I'm just coming here today asking you for $2,000, I don't have $2,000 to give you today. But if you're able, this is a far better deal. I'll tell you up front, you're getting discounts on the subscription and you're not paying for implementation. Because we understand, you know, when it takes a leap of faith sometimes to say, okay, I am going to do this. I am going to allow this automation thing to, you know, get my business on track, to get my business, you know, looking the way that I envisioned it when I first got into it. So that package is the same migration services, the same automation bundle is included, the same coaching, all these things, thousands of dollars worth of value. The success coaching is included, but where you would be paying almost $3,000 for the Keap app, that's actually been reduced to $1,997. So from $2,988 down to $1,997, and where you would be paying $1,000, $999 for your one-time implementation, that is waived. Like, we absorb the cost of that because if you take a leap of faith with us, we want to take a leap of faith with you. So even though it cost us money to do it, we're gonna take the L because we believe that much that if you're willing to put the time in and do the work, that implementation will actually produce a lot of good for you and a lot of revenue. So that cost today is $1,997. That's the one-time charge. You're good for the year, right? Your discount is good forever. Okay, you might have to pay slightly more if you add more contacts or add more users, but your discounted rate, that's good forever. Okay. And that is keapnow.com/April. Right? Any other questions? Oh, contact info is there. I think I saw somebody said something.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm late kind of joining. Well, I was kind of busy, but I was trying to listen.
Yeah.
So does this teach automation or is this to get automation done?
Yes and yes. So
Oh,
what
okay.
what Keap is the platform, the software is Keap that does the automation. Then you get the services and the strategy, which is where you're going to learn what automation to do, right? So a lot of times what happens is people will buy software and not knowing necessarily what to do with that software. And I'm telling you, right, I did it. I did it as a small business owner. I did not know what I was doing. Okay. So when I tried to start my business, I was just buying whatever somebody was saying, and I didn't really know what I was doing with it because I was missing the strategy piece. I didn't understand how to set up what it was that I was trying to do. What Keap has done, and especially with April, with Lamar, like all these influencers and these people out here who are teaching this stuff, they teach it even better than we can because they can show you how they have taken automation in their business and then just scaled up to where they want it to go, to where you just heard April say, she's like, hey, I'm doing all the things. My business is running. I'm getting married. I'm moving. I'm doing all the things and the business is fine. Right? That's the teaching that she's providing through her strategies that Dr. Denise is going to help you to implement. The execution is key though, right? Without a strategy, you can't execute anything a lot of times because we don't know what we don't know. So it's both. It's the software, it's the teaching of the software, it's the strategy, and it's the support to help anything that you're executing be optimized within Keap.
So my question is, with this, I can actually learn how to do this to offer services to other businesses.
So you want to learn how to do what specifically?
Automation.
Yeah. Do you want to, if you want to learn how to do automation within Keap Academy, there's a variety of courses, but you're also going to learn by doing inside of the software. So when you're doing it, trust me, you can be learning. Again, I've been here 9 years. When I started, I did not know. Like, I came from a completely different industry, doing something completely separate, running a different type of business. I came into the company and learned small business automation, learned strategy, learned sales and marketing. And that is what the software exposes you to. So within the software, by doing it, you're going to learn, but also there's plenty of resources to assist you with learning. And you got the best teacher in the world right here. April is one of the, baddest strategists out there. So you can learn from her techniques with the automations that we've included. Oh, somebody's saying she cannot resell Keap as a white label.
Yeah, I was saying that just in case.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's what she was referring to.
Yeah.
When she was saying teach it to other people. Obviously, you can learn this, and just like Dr. Denise does, right? Dr. Denise, she
Yes.
learned it, she got
Perfect example.
certified,
Yeah.
and now she is all, she's a part of Keep's team, she's a part of our team, so she's
Yep.
able to resell in that way, but Keap is not a white labelable.
Correct. That is correct.
Product.
Yeah. That was the question. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody there. We're not a put your stamp on it and then give it to other people that way.
No, that wasn't what I was asking. You know how some businesses like tax preparers, they be needing their businesses automated and stuff. That's what I meant.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, similar to what Dr. Denise is doing. She learned it,
Yes.
and now she offers products and services and helps people with it. And because she's also a partner, if she refers someone, I think she also gets a commission for that, as
Bingo.
well.
I was just about to say it. Yeah. So if you are interested in doing that, I would recommend have a conversation if you and Denise can set it up, separately. But she's phenomenal. She's been a partner for many years. I don't even know how many. Quite some years. And so, yeah, she can give you a lot more information on that. And you can also go to our website. There's information on joining our partner program there as well.
I'm glad I clicked the link. I don't know. I think I randomly got an email and I was like, you know what? I've been interested in this automation. Let me go join this Zoom. But does Miss April still offer the blue print, the BLU?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we still
That's
offer
how I met
Blue,
her.
and through Blue is where Dr. Denise teaches all of these different things. I just want to add that, like, it really took me when I was early in my business, I was super ignorant. Okay. So, I mean, that's just really what it was. Just super
Same.
ignorant, super green, not really knowing, understanding. And it was overwhelming. It really was. And I didn't have the support and the technology we have now. We didn't have that 14 years ago. So the things that they've created to simplify stuff is way better now than it was when I got online. Things were still a little clunky 14 years ago,
Oh yeah.
and now it's way more sophisticated, way easier. I know for some of y'all, when you sign up for Keap, the funnels and things that we teach inside of Blue, they already built them out.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to click and then add your information. To
Yep.
me, that, and let me just say this, with a different company, I was looking for something like that, and I had to pay $5,000 for that.
Mm.
And I did, and I was excited about it. I was like, oh my God, yes. I don't have to figure this out. Like, I
Right.
can click it. The thing is together. I don't know the rules. I'm not her. Okay. I can be online. I can coach you. I can do the strategy. I can do that. But,
Yeah.
and I can do tech to a degree, but it really did get you can't do everything. It's just like being a mom. Like, you be wore out at the end of the day. And then
So
there's
much.
nothing left to
So
really
much.
give.
Yeah. Out of gas.
So yeah.
Yeah, out of gas. And that is honestly from the 9 years I started out as a coach. So what I was doing with a lot of my customers was really helping them to just kind of make sense of it all, but really taking the biggest pain. And you all know what it is. If you got a pain right now in your business and you want to type it in the chat, and I promise you, Keap can help you with it, because a lot of times what we're dealing with is what April just said. It's like, we don't know. I didn't know, right? I didn't know what to do. So learning from someone who's done it before, who's I like to say who already had the successes and the failures, so that you don't have to go and reinvent the wheel to do anything. And it's the best thing ever that these strategies have been created with influencers like April, Lamar, Lisa Nichols, all these names that are out there, Darnell, like they have gone in and said, yeah, this is what you need to do. Right? This is how I did it, and this is what you need to do. There's nothing better than that. It wasn't even available 9 years ago when I joined Infusionsoft. It wasn't. We were just figuring it out, right? So somebody said bandwidth burnout. Mm-hmm.
Can I add one of the things that we talk about is we're teaching you how to do what April is showing you that she does. So the same way you said, I got an email, I clicked on a link and I showed up here. That's exactly what you do with Keap. You are sending out emails to your list to people who don't necessarily know you personally, but now they have this email about your upcoming webinar. They click on the link, they register, they get reminders so that they actually show up. They attend the webinar, they get emails after that are selling them on your offer. They sign up for your offer, then they're getting emails that are your welcome sequence of welcome to my coaching program. All of that is built for you already.
Yeah.
And you meet with me so we can make sure that you actually know how to use everything that is already built out for you, so that you are getting an experience that other people don't get. So people that just go to the Keap website are not getting the same automations that have been built specifically for April's community. And we know they work because they are exactly what she teaches and they are what she actually uses. So what you waiting for?
Yeah. Did you already? I missed it because we're getting ready to show our house. So I'm cleaning up, listening to the webinar, making comments, doing all the things. Carmen, did you already say like how they get enrolled? Did you get to that part yet?
I did. And for anybody who missed it, I'll go back to, let me share that screen again, because all you got to do is go on over here to these links, click these links. Everything is ready for you inside of these links.
Okay.
And it outlines what it is that you're going to get. In case you missed it, you have the top link, which is annual pricing. It's $19.97 today. It's the best deal. If I would do it. I would do it.
May I just say, can you stop your screen share for a
Yes,
second?
yes,
Can the
yes.
team please redrop those links in? May I just tell you, when I first signed up for Infusionsoft when I got started, I had to pay $2,000. That was the fee just to start,
Yeah.
That wasn't even the monthly payment.
Yep.
That
Yep.
wasn't even a monthly payment.
Yep. Yep.
It
I
wasn't even a
remember. I was
monthly.
when I came. The same.
It was it was
$2,000.
it was literally $2,000. But even then, I was like, well, this is totally worth it because I can't pay any employee or staff member or virtual assistant $2,000 for them
Right.
to set up all these things.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, it's and here's the truth also. It's a reflective in your business. Your business bank account is reflective of how good your systems and your sales are. Period. That's the biggest litmus test for is what you're doing working.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, no one can be chasing behind people in the DMs, chasing behind manually sending emails. It's just too much on top of content creation, servicing clients, and creating your own products and services.
Yeah.
It begins to be it's just too much. And after 14 years of doing this, and starting off just like most people start, just with an idea, and then you're like, okay, this is what I want to do. And I had gained some traction, but for 3 years, I was running around stupid.
You
I
and
really,
many others. Like that's the
I really
norm.
was.
It kind of pisses me off a little bit too, because let me tell you something. Especially as women, we'll be beating ourselves up about stuff that it's like that is what is typical. And until you know, and you can actually take a system like this and put it to work for you, it really what it is it is the best employee that you haven't hired yet. That's what Keap is. This is the best employee, and you just haven't hired them yet. And if you are looking at, if you're looking at, all the things on your plate and trying to figure out what can I keep from falling off, and you're running out of space in your life to do the things that you really want to do, I would encourage you, look at this as this is your VA. This is your part-time employee, right? This is it. This is it.
For real. That is it.
Yeah.
Dr. Denise, and I didn't even know y'all was doing this. Dr. Denise says if you already have a CRM, keep over your existing landing pages, email templates for free.
Yep.
You get 5 one-on-one sessions with her to get you up and running quickly and easily. That's great. Well, the links are dropped. Carmen, I don't know. Are we at the end of our presentation?
I did everything.
Do we have more questions about the automation?
Yeah, I want to hear if there's any questions.
Sales, your offers, webinars. So things that I use all my automation for is every single masterclass, boot camp, every single thing. And what I love is that here is the flex. Once you create it once, I just need y'all to hear this. All we do is just copy the exact same funnel over and over again. So every time I do a masterclass, whether it's the content marketing boot camp or revenue with reels or whatever it is, I'm doing the upcoming TikTok for coaches class, whatever it is the same system over and over again. And that's really the greatest thing, is that you don't have to start over from scratch. We duplicate the pages. I can't even tell you the last time we created a brand new checkout page. We just keep duplicating the same checkout page over and over and over again. So the automation really does, it saves everybody time. The biggest headache is really setting it up in the beginning. And this is where people fall off. And that's why we added so much support. So I just want to thank y'all honestly for being so generous. I've used multiple systems in the past, and I blow zero smoke when I say that the reason why we keep inviting Keap back is because they give a fuck. They actually listen. And they actually spend the time to create what you need to make it easier. They actually answer the phone. They answer my text messages. They actually get on the phone with you. I mean, to me, that's important. I don't want a system where I got to send an email and I got to wait 3 days for somebody to respond to my customer service request. And I'm trying to build a funnel in the middle of the night.
Right.
You're doing it, at 2 a.m. after you get off of work, after calmed your day down. You don't have time to wait for the answer. You need to have access right now. So between our community and the Keap community, y'all are covered. And I just love that. So I just want to say thank you, because I've dealt with a lot of different brands and partners over the years, and people don't always follow through. And so I just want to thank you for doing that. And Carmen, thank you for showing up for us today. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. My pleasure. I
Yeah.
love to come back anytime, anything you need. We really do care. I especially care. This is my passion, and I cannot wait to see you all out there thriving. So if you have any questions, like I said, I'm Carmen. You got my cell, you got my email.
This is what I'm saying. Do you use people your cell phone number?
I gave my cell, yeah. Because it's the only phone I really answer. So you may as well call that one, because the work phone, that's just going to the voicemail. I'm not going to answer the work phone. Just call my cell. That's the one I talk to people on. That's the one. And I love talking to business owners and business people trying to figure it out, because I understand that journey and that pain. So please, absolutely, if you got questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is my full-time gig right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Somebody wants to know if I can share my info again.
Yes, please share your info again. Make sure when you call with intention. You call with your biggest boss girl hat on. You already enrolled, or you're just on the tip and you need to get a couple questions answered. Don't forget, Dr. Denise is in the blue group. She's also in the main April's group for coaches group on Facebook. Josette, if you could please drop the link to the April group for coaches link. So if you're there, you can tag her. Y'all have all kinds of support, honestly, that's really not offered to any other community. So I'm done. That's all I got. I'm gonna toss it back to Josette.
All right.
As she finds that link for y'all. Dr. Denise, I'm gonna toss it back, and y'all can close this out however you see fit.
Awesome.
And I am removing myself. And the reason why I'm removing myself is because these people are capable. And you want to get to a point where you're not trying to do everything. I literally have cleaned up the kitchen and made up my bed and listened to Carmen's presentation. And that's really what you want.
Amen. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much, April. You're awesome. Thank you.
Have an amazing day.
You too. All right, we got some more questions in here. I did reshare my info, and there was a question about how much is it for Blue? Is it, you meaning the price of the key?
Josette, what's the link for Blue?
Well, you're on mute, Josette.
I'm dropping it in the chat. 1 second.
Okay. I have the Blue link.
Huh?
I just put the Blue link in there.
Oh, okay.
The build and launch.
All right. I'm grabbing the Facebook one too. Hold on.
Okay.
This was great. Thank you so much, Carmen.
Thank you for having me. This has been
awesome. Okay,
very excited
so
about this community.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yes.
And then I will attach it to the post in the group so that they can have it as well. I mean, on the Facebook page, they can have it, the group on it.
Perfect. Any other questions about while Josette is doing that? Any other automation questions, Keap questions that we can answer for anyone? As you're kind of contemplating this offer, I just want to reiterate that I would say you're not going to find a better offer than Keap, and you're not going to find a better offer on Keap than what we presented today. So if you go directly to the Keap website, it's not going to be the same offer. It's going to be a much higher price, and you don't get as much as what you get when you use the special offer that we're offering today for April's tribe. So, think about it, but don't think long, and let's move into action so we can get you automated. There you go. And then Carmen just dropped her contact info in the chat.
Yeah, I don't know who I sent it to before. I apologize.
You might have sent it individually.
I told you, Dr. Denise, to make sure you Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's funny. Well, thank you so
Somebody
much.
got it. Thank you guys so much for having me. All right.
Yeah.
If there's no other questions,
Good night.
thank you all.
Thank you.